Your SEO used to work. You were showing up on page 1. The phone was ringing and jobs were coming in steady. But something changed. Your website traffic is down. The calls have slowed to a trickle. You're checking your rankings and you're either dropped or completely disappeared from searches that used to bring you business. And here's the confusing part. You didn't change anything. You're doing the same marketing you've always done. So what happened? Here's the truth. The rules change. Google, Bing, Apple Maps, and even ChatGPT aren't ranking businesses the same way they did 2 years ago. They're looking for something called local trust signals. And if you don't have them built up, your old SEO playbook is basically worthless. I'm Mauricio Cardinal with Contractor Marketing Pros, and today I'm breaking down exactly what local trust signals are, why they matter more in 2026 than ever before, and the step-by-step game plan to dominate your local market using them. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content. So first, let's define what we're even talking about here. A local trust signal is any piece of digital evidence that proves to search engines and AI platforms that your business is legitimate, credible, and worth recommending to people in your area. Think of it like this. When you meet someone new on a job site, you just don't take their word that they're a licensed electrician. You look at their truck, their tools, their credentials, maybe even ask around. Search engines do the same thing with your business, except they're looking at your digital footprint. Local trust signals are things like your Google business profile with a consistent name, address, and phone number. Your contractor license is displayed publicly and verified by search engines. Reviews on Google, Yelp, Facebook, and industry sites. Citations basically mentions of your business across directories. How fresh your content is. How people interact with your listing. Do they call you? Get directions? Do they click on your website? Here's a clear difference most contractors miss. Local trust signals are not the same as regular SEO. General SEO is about getting your website to rank for broad topics. Local trust signals are about proving to Google, Apple Maps, Bing, and voice assistants like Siri and Alexa that you're the real deal in a specific geographic area. For example, backlinks from other websites help your overall domain authority, but citations where your business name, address, and phone number are listed on local directories, those build local credibility. One builds your website reputation on the internet, the other builds your business reputation in your town. Now, why does this matter more in 2026 than ever before? According to McKinsey research from August 2025, half of consumers now intentionally seek out AI-powered search engines, things like Google's AI Overview, ChatGPT, Bing Chat, and McKinsey projects that by 2028, AI-generated summaries will show up over in 75% of Google searches. What does that mean for you? It means that old playbook, throw up a website, maybe get some backlinks, call it a day, doesn't work anymore because these AI systems don't just look at your website. They're cross-referencing your Google business profile, your Yelp reviews, your Facebook pages, your Bing listing, industry directories, and everything else to build a confidence score about whether you're trustworthy. If your information is inconsistent across platforms, AI won't recommend you. If you don't have recent reviews, AI won't recommend you. If your Google business profile hasn't been updated in 6 months, AI assumes you're not actively in business and won't recommend you. Here's the painful part. 98% of people check reviews before choosing a local business, and 55% of them trust what other customers say about you more than what they're saying about yourself. So if you're sitting on their 12 reviews from 3 years ago, while your competitor has 150 recent reviews with a 4.8 star rating, guess who's getting the call? Even worse, each platform weighs trust signals differently. Google cares heavily about your Google business profile and engagement metrics. Apple Maps pulls reviews from Yelp, so if you're ignoring Yelp, you're invisible to every iPhone user using Siri or Apple Maps. Bing, which powers ChatGPT's local search, prioritizes Facebook reviews and older domain authority. You could be crushing it on Google and completely non-existent on the other platforms feeding AI search results. The game has changed, and most contractors are still playing by 2018 rules. All right, so how do you actually build these local trust signals and dominate your market? Let me break this down into a clear, tactical game plan you can start executing this week. Step 1. Lock down your foundation. NAP consistency. NAP stands for name, address, phone number, and it needs to be identical across every single platform. If your Google business profile says 123 Main Street, or your Yelp says 123 Main Street, that's a trust issue for search engines. They're trying to verify if you're legit, and conflicting information raises red flags. Here's what you do. Pick one exact format for your business name, address, and phone number. Audit every listing you have: Google, Bing, Apple Maps, Yelp, Facebook, BBB, Angie, Home Advisor, industry directories. Fix any inconsistencies manually or use tools like Hyperlocal or Whitespark to clean them up. Boring? Yes. Critical? Absolutely. Because if AI can't confidently identify who you are and where you're located, you're out of the running before you even start. Step 2. Dominate Google Business Profile. Your Google Business Profile is the single most important local asset you have, period. Google controls about 78% of the desktop and 95% of mobile search. In the 2025 Local Ranking Factor study, Google Business Profile signals accounted for 32% of what determines if you show up in the local map pack. Here's your checklist. Verify your profile if you haven't already. Complete every single field: business description, categories, services, attributes, hours, including special hours for holidays. Upload photos constantly. Job sites, videos, right? Your crew before and after, sites, equipment, fresh videos and photos signal that you're active. Aim to add new ones every month. Post weekly. Another thing you can do is enable messaging and respond fast. Google tracks response time. Fast responses earn you a badge that says usually responds within X minutes, which is a huge trust signal. Think of your Google Business Profile like your digital storefront. If it looks outdated or half finished, people assume your business is the same way. Step 3. Build a review generation engine. Reviews are the currency of local trust, but most contractors treat review generation like a side project instead of a core business process. Here's how to systemize it. When to ask. Right after you finish your job and the customer is happy. Don't wait a week. Strike when the iron is hot. Send a text or email with a direct link to your Google review page. Make it easy. Use a QR code on a business card or invoice that takes them straight to the review form. The fewer clicks, the better. Encourage detail. When you ask for a review, say something like, "Your story helps others." Mention what service we did and how it helped you. Detailed reviews that include your service and location actually help your rankings because they give Google more context. Diversify your platforms. Focus on Google first to have 30 to 50 reviews. Then start sprinkling in Yelp, Facebook, and industry sites. Remember, Apple Maps uses Yelp reviews and Bing pulls from Facebook. You need coverage across platforms. So respond to everything. Every positive review deserves a thank you. Every negative review deserves a professional, solution-focused response. Responding shows Google and potential customers that you care. And here's a pro tip. Review velocity matters. A steady flow of 5 to 10 reviews per month beat 50 reviews all at once, then nothing for a year. Consistency signals that you're actively serving customers right now. Step 4, citations. Get listed in the right directories. Citations are mentions of your business name, address, and phone number on other websites. They don't pass link juice like backlinks, but they validate your existence on location. Focus on the big ones, right? Google, Bing, Apple, Yelp, BBB, Yellow Pages. In the home services space, obviously Angie's, Home Advisor, House, Porch, Build Zoom. These are all very important. Local directories, your city's Chamber of Commerce, local business associations, city government sites. Use tools like Hyperlocal or Whitespark to find where your competitors are listed and where you're missing. Then systematically fill those gaps. And remember, quality over quantity. 10 accurate high authority citations beat 100 low quality ones with inconsistent information. Step 5, create hyperlocal content. This is where you separate yourself from generic competitors. Build out project showcase pages for each service and location you serve. For example, roof replacements and core gables. Recent projects. Include real before and after photos. No stock images. Include detailed descriptions of the work. Customer testimonials that mention the neighborhood. And mention even a service area map. Why does this work? Because it proves to Google and AI that you're actively working in the specific areas. It gives you local keyword relevance. And it builds trust with homeowners who want to see real work in their neighborhood. Bonus. And add videos. Add a 1-minute video walk through a completed project or a quick intro to your team. It builds trust in a way that text never can. Upload these to your Google Business Profile, YouTube, right? And other websites. Step 6, demonstrate EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, and trust. Google's quality guidelines emphasize experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness, especially for service businesses where scams or incompetence have real consequences. Here's how contractors nail this. Experience. Show real project photos, case studies, video testimonials. Prove you've done the actual work. Expertise. Display your licenses prominently. Florida contractors, put that DBPR number on your site, and GBP. List certifications, years in business, professional associations. Authority. Get featured in local news. Win industry awards. Earn backlinks from local chambers of commerce or trade associations. Third-party validation carries weight. Trust. Have a secure website with HTTPS, transparent pricing, clear contact information, professional responses to reviews. AI systems are trained to look for these signals. The more you check these boxes, the more confident they are in recommending you. Step 7. Monitor and optimize continuously. This isn't a set and forget thing. Local trust signals need maintenance. Track these KPIs monthly. Google Business Profile views, calls, and direction requests. Check your insights. Review count and average rating across all platforms. Local map pack rankings for your key service and city keywords. Citation accuracy percentage. Organic traffic from metro area. Use tools like Hyperlocal for citation tracking and review monitoring. Google Business Profile Insights for engagement metrics. Google Analytics to track local traffic and conversions. When you see something drop, maybe your average rating dips or your competitor suddenly outranks you, you can catch it early on and fix it. Step 8. Optimize for voice search and AI answers. Here's something most contractors completely miss. Voice searches are 3 times more likely to be local than typed searches. And with 8.4 billion devices now having built-in voice assistants, Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, you can't ignore this. When someone asks their phone, who's the best roofer near me that can come out today, your goal is to be the answer they hear, not one of 10 options. The answer. Here's how to capture voice search. Write content the way people talk. Nobody says roofing contractors Miami. They say, who can fix my roof leak in Miami? Structure FAQ pages and service pages around natural conversational questions. Target future snippets. Position 0. About 41% of voice search answers come from featured snippets, that box at the top of Google results. To get there, answer common questions in 40 to 60 words using clear headers. For example, have an H2 that says, how much does a new roof cost in Miami? Followed by a concise answer in paragraph form. Use FAQ schema markup. This is code that tells search engines this is a question and answer. When Google's AI or a voice assistant scans your site, FAQ schema makes it easy for them to pull your answer. You can add this through plugins if you're on WordPress or have your developer implement it. Speed matters. Voice Assistant's favorite sites load in under 3 seconds. If your site is slow, you're automatically disqualified from most voice results. Run a speed test and fix the basics. Compress images, enable caching, clean up your code. The payoff for this? When you all voice search, you become the only answer the customer hears. Zero competition. They're calling you before they even see everyone else. Step 9. Leverage seasonal and platform-specific strategies. Not all platforms rank you the same way, and what works in summer might not work in the winter. Here's how to adapt. Seasonal category search on Google Business Profile. If you're an HVAC contractor, switch your primary Google's business profile based on the season. In winter, make furnace repair service your primary category. Obviously, if you do that. In summer, switch to air conditioning repair service. One HVAC company tested this and saw a measurable boost in visibility for seasonal quarters. It's a 2-minute change that tells Google this is exactly what people need right now. Update your website and Google Business Profile post seasonally too. In the fall, publish content about winterizing your HVAC systems or hurricane prep if you're in Florida. Fresh, timely content signals relevance. Master platform-specific signals. Every platform has different rules, and ignoring this costs you leads. Apple Maps, for example. If you're ignoring Yelp, you're invisible to iPhone users. Apple Maps pulls reviews almost exclusively from Yelp. So if you got 100 Google reviews, but only 5 Yelp reviews, every iPhone user searching via Siri or or Apple Maps sees you as less credible. Build your Yelp presence. It directly feeds Apple's ecosystem. Bing and ChatGPT. Bing powers ChatGPT's local search, and by late 2025, over 60% of ChatGPT users were doing local searches. So Bing prioritizes Facebook reviews as well and other domain authority. So claim Bing places, encourage Facebook recommendations, and make sure your website has been around long enough to build some domain trust. Google, obviously this is still the heavyweight, but remember, Google cares more about your Google business profile signals, calls, direction requests, website clicks. It's not enough to just exist on Google. People need to be actively engaging with your listing. The bottom line, you can dominate Google and be completely invisible on the platforms feeding AI search. You have to diversify your presence. Think of it like this. You wouldn't only advertise in one neighborhood, ignore the rest of your service area. You have the same concept, but different platforms. Look, I get it. It feels like a lot, but here's the reality. Your competitors are either already doing this or they're about to start. And in a world where AI is making the final call on who gets recommended for local searches, you can't afford to ignore these signals. The good news, you don't have to figure this out alone. At Contractor Marketing Pros, we've helped over 500 plus contractors build these exact systems. We handle the Google Business Profile optimization, the review generation, the citation cleanup, the content creation, all of it. And we back it with performance guarantees. If you want a customized game plan for your business, your market, your services, your goals, book a free strategy call at contractormarketingpros.net. We'll audit where you stand right now, show you exactly where you're losing leads, and map out a step-by-step plan to dominate your local market. Don't let another month go by watching competitors steal jobs. That should be yours. Head to contractormarketingpros.net and let's build your local trust signal of strategy together. I'll see you in the next one.